Good morning, people. So I'm working out from home today. And when I work out from home, I think a lot. And today, I want to talk about the most frustrated type of porn addict, the most frustrated type of man who struggles with pornography. Now, some people might think that it is a guy who is single and who hasn't accomplished much in life and is just jerking his life off away, playing video games and doing nothing of importance. But that isn't the case. The most frustrated guy is a guy who is middle class but thinks he is upper class. Sometimes he's married, sometimes he's engaged, sometimes he's not. But his social economic status puts him on this level. Maybe he's making between, I don't know, $150,000 to 250K. Okay. But he's capped. He's not going beyond that. And that is before taxes. Okay. You live a certain type of lifestyle. You feel like you're better off than most people. But here's the issue with pornography. You have been having a problem with pornography and you have succeeded in spite of your behavior with pornography. And you can go for these short bursts of time where you use willpower to manage your behavior with pornography because, well, willpower is what got you to where you are financially. But you deeply desire to do better. You want to do more with your life. You want, you want to make more than 250K. You want to scale your business. You want to buy a second home. You want to fly first class, or maybe you even want to charter. I don't know what your dreams are. I actually do, because I talk to a lot of you and you're quite frustrated, but you're not able to do so. And that's because willpower is not going to get you to the next level. You have to change as a person in order to access the next level when it comes to your finances or your social mobility. But the problem is, you don't believe you need help for your behavior with pornography because you believe so much in willpower. You're like, I have used willpower to get this far in life. I think I have control over my behavior. So yeah, sure, I'll follow these guys who talk about helping you quit pornography. Maybe I'll try their tips, but I'm not going to take any action. You are consistently the most frustrated. And let me tell you something about that. There was a point in my life, about 24, 25, 26, where I got really serious about my life. I went 100% in on my focus, on my discipline, on my motivation, on my willpower, on my working out. And I did really well financially. I literally went from basically being in the negative all the time to making close to $250,000 in a year. And this was while I was using willpower mostly to end my behavior with pornography. But the moment my self-image changed from quitting pornography the proper way, not by changing your habits, not by changing your lifestyle, but by actually addressing my faulty core beliefs and wiping all of them out. I'm not saying the root cause, they were just deep core beliefs. Once I wiped all of them out, or once I changed them, or once I challenged them, my self-image changed. I became a man who no longer needed pornography. But there was a byproduct to that. I was also a man who did not live so much in anxiety. I was also a man who understood what my priorities were and stopped trying to live a life of balance. I was also a man who knew how to focus on the most important things in my life. I was like, okay, there are two important things. I'm going to work on these two things this season and I'm going to accomplish my goal. I was a man who knew how to set strong boundaries. I understood that boundaries are the place where something that's bad for you begins and where something that's good for you ends. All these little concepts came experientially from the process of rebooting and controlling my behavior with pornography. And from then onwards, I blew past 7 figures in income, okay? So I've seen it again and again. I'm not saying that quitting pornography is the thing or the key that's going to get you into the next level. All I'm saying is that if you are a man who is doing what you consider to be well financially, very questionable in this day and age if you're making 150K to 250K in this economy, and you feel that you've not been able to break through, and you also use pornography or sex as your main coping mechanism, then I can say with a lot of certainty that is the thing that's standing in the way of changing your self-image. And ending your behavior in the right way is going to change everything for you. Okay. I'm going to get back to my workout. If you're curious about how I can help you end this behavior better, just click on the link in my bio or send me a DM and be like, hey man, where can I find more information about this stuff you're talking about when it comes to like success and addiction recovery? And I'll send you some of our free resources. No pitch, not selling you anything, just giving you information for you to start using. Okay. Talk to you later.